Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us again on another podcast for Florida Lifestyle Podcast. And today we got some great Floridians with us today to share their journey by the name of Christina and TJ. Everybody give them a round of applause. And I thank you guys for joining the podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, thanks for taking your time out to come to the Florida Lifestyle Podcast, where we invite people who are in the lifestyle in Florida and just show the world our culture. It's simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
a
how
beautiful culture,
explain
isn't
your
it?
journey? How long you been together? How did you get in the lifestyle? All that other good stuff. Take the floor.
All right. Well, we've been together for 19 years and we've been in the lifestyle for just a little over a year now.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
wow. Me and my wife been in a relationship 20 years, so I can
nice.
relate to
Nice.
the length of a relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with
Yeah.
being in it with a year, what made you guys after 19 years? See, I've been in it 13 years and I started in my mid 20s. We started like in our mid 20s. What made you guys want to jump into it after 19 years of love and commitment and monogamy?
Well, I read her book. So in her book, it's kind of like risque, you know? And she was like saying she had like a threesome, and I'm like, it's not really a threesome. And also too, she showed interest in women, like, and each time she would have like a chance to, go a little further with a woman, she would get blocked, so um she's had some horrible bad experiences, trying to like fulfill that part of her, and I felt that it was kind of important for her to express herself fully.
So,
That's
so
awesome.
basically, yeah, I wasn't kind of admitting to myself that I'm bi, and I wrote a book about our love story, and while we were kind of separated, I experimented, and that's kind of what he was talking about. So we've been playing around with the idea for a few years, but we could never really find anything that really worked out. We weren't really sure how to go about it. So once he read the book and figured out, like, that's kind of a piece of me that's missing, that's when we started researching swinging. We did lots of research and communicated a lot, and we dove right in.
Well, we went down to Miami, right?
Mhm.
At that convention. What was that? Exotica, right?
Yeah, we went to Exotica
Okay.
convention down in Miami, and we went to one of the seminars for about the swinging lifestyle and kind of learned some things that way, and decided to check out a club down there, and that's like kind of our first experience.
Okay. And that was recently last year, correct?
Yeah, that
Yes.
was last year, last
That
summer.
is, that is interesting. And are you're an erotic novelist?
No, no, no. I wrote a book about our love story because we had met when we were kids, and through
That's
different family
cool.
drama, they separated us and we found our way back to each other. And
That is
so
so awesome. Where can they find this book?
I can send you the link. It is on Amazon.
Okay, it will
It's
be in the description, guys. You see the you see that's the cover right there. This
called,
is a
yep, back
great
to
story,
you.
man, because I can relate to this. Me and my wife been together since we was children. So this
Yeah.
is a great story. Link in the description right there. Bow, bow, bow. Everybody get that right now. Purchase that book.
Thank you. Yeah,
So
so I
how did
mean,
you guys meet? You grew up in the same city, same town. How did this love story begin?
Oh, it's very long, but
I'll,
yeah. But
I'll shorten
Yeah, it's
it.
pretty expensive, but let's summarize a little bit, if
Yeah,
you don't mind.
so basically, I lived in Ohio. My parents were afraid of Y2K. I was 13 years old. They moved me to North Idaho in the middle of nowhere in the mountains because they were afraid of like economy collapse. And so we were mountain men, and a couple miles down the road was his family. Our moms met at a laundromat. His younger sister was my age, so the mom's like, "Oh, let's get them together." And he's a few years older than me, so I
Right.
became friends with his little sister, and I was like, "Ooh, your older brother's cute." So, like,
Yeah, that
I
story.
had no idea. I was like really shy and really quiet.
So like I did
Right.
some flirting and try to get his attention,
Had
and
no clue.
and then I asked him out to be my boyfriend, and my parents were super religious, and he didn't think they would say yes,
They
and
were almost Amish, like
Okay.
minimum.
and they said
Okay.
yes. So we were boyfriend and girlfriend, and then they found some like risque letters that we wrote to each other, and they broke us
Right.
up. And we got back together, and then they found out about that again, and they moved me away a couple hours, and 6 years
Wow.
later he found me on MySpace, and we've been together ever since.
That is a great story. That's good that you chased your love, TJ.
Yeah,
That,
that was actually the last time that I was ever gonna message her, like, because it had been years and years and years. Like, oh, I think I'm gonna give up and kind of move on. That was the
right.
last time, and uh, and I didn't hear from her for like a month because she didn't have a computer, so she had to go to the library.
Right.
And at the time, I was like a roadie, you know, like I was hanging around my buddies that are musicians and following them around and setting up gear and stuff for the show. And I got back from a party. I was so wasted, and
And I had got back from a party where I kissed a girl.
And she liked it.
so we both like dropped everything we were doing to meet up with each other. Like she beat me there, and I don't see how that was possible because she had been like doing 100 miles an hour or something crazy.
It
You had
was
been
meant to
you said you've
be.
been waiting there for a while too.
Yeah.
It was
What was
definitely
it?
meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was meant to be. And it's interesting how you guys were so long in the lifestyle as monogamous and just journey into the lifestyle of non-monogamy. And it shows that people could still open up and have a different dynamic and outlook after a long term of being together. Now, when you guys transition, was it like a hard discussion to get into the lifestyle? Just saying like, oh yeah, I would like to see each other, you know, do this. We want to be open, because I know the conversations come. Was it difficult to navigate through that, or how was it for you guys
I
to
think
help
with the
others out here?
seminar,
Um,
seminar helped quite a bit.
yeah, so
A lot of information.
before we decided to go to Exotica, we had talked about it, and it was a kind of a hard conversation at first because I was like thinking, I don't know, I guess I didn't realize what swinging was. Like I thought it was the key parties that you see in Hollywood, all about like you just go with whoever random person and you don't really like talk about boundaries and communicate. And so like I had this weird stigma with it. And so the fact that after we started like to talk about maybe wanting to experiment with that and start getting into the lifestyle, like we went on YouTube, we looked at podcasts, we looked at stuff on TikTok, we found the Exotica, we went and did the seminar. So honestly, we communicated so much in the beginning with it that it wasn't really hard conversations after the first one. It was more opening and freeing to be able to be like, this is something I've always wanted to try my whole life, but there was like shame growing up. Like I was
Right.
worried he would judge me. And yeah, so like it really made us communicate so much more. And I feel like we got so much closer together after we started like talking about the lifestyle.
Right, because it felt like a weight off of your shoulder, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because we both enjoy intimacy, and then
Right.
where we grew up, there was no running water, no electricity. Like, it would have been really you would have shunned, like if people knew uh,
Okay.
about a swinger or anything. It was very
More like a Bible Belt community type.
yeah,
Mhm.
very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love
Um,
God, but I'm just saying. I understand.
Yeah.
in the small town, like word travels fast. Everybody knows everybody.
Right.
Yep.
Right. So it would be hard to maneuver and actually get introduced into that type of lifestyle there in general. And so what made you guys come to Florida?
So we've been here for 3 years now. So
Right.
we didn't like the snow and the cold. And unfortunately, like the Pacific Northwest is just burning up with all the fires. So then you have to deal with like the smoke from it. And so it just wasn't a good quality of living up there for us.
It just kind of
And
got sad, like you
yeah.
used to be able to enjoy the whole summer, and now like you got fire season and snow season. It's like you got like 1 or 2 good months maybe a
So there's
year.
just so much more stuff to do down here. We're really big beach people. We love going to the beach all the time. And we have 2 kids still with us, one off to college, and so we just figured it was a better way of life for them down here too to enjoy everything.
There's so much more culture and food
Mhm.
and beauty, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely a swinger culture.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a huge lifestyle community, and that's what influenced me to make. I started another group before and started other names, but this is what I just one day I just thought about Florida, right? And I just like, yo, I want to start a Florida t-shirt brand. And then they
Yeah.
just got deeper than just a Florida t-shirt brand. It was like, yo, I'm gonna get a tattoo of Florida with an upside down pineapple in the middle. And it just turned into, yo, I'm gonna start a group and make it represent everybody as one,
Yeah.
the Florida Lifestyler group,
Yeah.
to make it a whole collective and a unity of one because we are a big culture down here. Have you guys ever been to any other resorts lately?
We
Well,
just got back from Secrets. We're still recovering.
Yeah, that is the lifestyle kingdom. So how was your time and tell everybody what did you like most about Secrets? What did you enjoy? What was so vibrant about it, etc.?
Everybody's just so happy. Like it's such a loving, open community. There was no fights. There was no
so we're
weirdness at all. Like everybody was having a good time. Everybody was just being them, and it was so beautiful to see.
And we go to Secrets often, so like we live pretty close
Awesome.
to it. But we were just there for the Swinger Society takeover, and that was definitely a wild weekend. So
Nice.
it
Shout
was
out
really
to Swinger
cool.
Society for the takeover.
Yes.
Yeah, they did an amazing job. We got to do like a meet and greet where we got to participate in speed dating, and we met some new couples that way, which was really cool.
Hold on, wait. That's interesting. Can we
Yeah.
elaborate a little bit on that? How did that go? Shout out to Swinger Society for hooking that up.
Um,
So,
so
how did that go? What
so
did you go?
basically
How was the process and more?
Yeah, so basically it was like 2 couples per table, and
Okay.
they gave you 2 minutes to talk to that couple. And then after that 2 minutes was up, that they had like basically like if you were on this side of the table, you sat there. If you were on the other side of the table, you moved to the next table. So we just went, we sat and people came to our table. And so it was fast though. It was like,
Yeah.
okay, where are you guys from? Like, oh, like we've been lifestyle. What do you guys
2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It was like rapid fire.
Yeah.
Some of the people's stories kind of like melted into each other for me.
Yeah.
Like, who was from? I don't remember.
Right, right. So, did you get to make any connections off of that?
We did on the very
Okay,
last
awesome.
couple. We really vibed with them. And right after speed dating, it went right into Dirty Bingo. So they stayed at our table for
Cool.
Dirty Bingo. And our unicorn was with us that night too. So she had to go with us, a single person for speed dating. So for Dirty Bingo, she came back to us. And so it was just like us, her, and the other couple. We were kind of all just vibing and talking and then went and
Okay.
had some fun.
Yeah, that is awesome. Now that is awesome because that you got the results that you was looking for, and they was able to give you the results that they was looking to present.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it all worked out perfectly. I'm glad you guys got what you was looking for. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it was a lot of fun. We went back Friday for the Hillbilly Hoedown. We did the room crawl. It was our first room crawl, and
A lot of firsts that day.
yeah, that
What is the room called?
okay. So certain people will sign up and they'll decorate their room. They'll have shots of alcohol. Sometimes we'll have food or like photo opportunities. And
Okay.
so for each room that you go to, they like mark it off on this little list, and then you get to vote for the best room, and whoever has the most votes gets their room for free that night, or something
Oh,
free with the room.
oh, that's cool. That's real
Yeah,
cool. I like
yeah.
all
So
those icebreaker games that they got going on.
Yeah.
they had an amazing time. So we went from like room to room. Oh my gosh, we had so many shots. I was getting a little tipsy.
It was our unicorn's first time at Secrets, so like it was
Okay.
nice seeing her expression, like a kid that candy store, you know.
Yeah.
And for you guys who don't know what a unicorn is, that's a single female in the lifestyle.
Yep.
Yeah, and a bull is a single male. So I just want to, just in case some newbies are in the, in the viewers in there, not familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I got
Yeah,
to
man.
We got to
So
take pictures on the cross for the first time. One of the rooms they had like
okay,
girls go on the cross and take pictures, and another room was really fun. They like had you kind of kneel down and pour the alcohol in your mouth, and they're like, good girl. And so it was
okay.
a fun time, like getting to know everybody in the room, seeing all of the
Right.
different rooms that they have available there to stay in.
Got buzzed up pretty quick.
Yeah.
I had to like
Right.
pace myself a little after a little while.
Right, right. Now, are you guys full swap or are you soft swap? How do you guys work in the lifestyle?
So when we first started, I mean, because we were newbies, like we're
Okay.
dipping our toes into it basically.
Yeah, just like trying little bits at a time, seeing what sticks and what doesn't.
Yeah, we had a lot of boundaries up front. So at first we were just nothing but soft swap. We wanted to kind of feel out how we would feel after the experiences. Because
Right.
honestly, like I never thought I'd be okay to share him. I used to be jealous and I'm like, there's no way, like I can't do that. And
So
our
how did
first
you overcome that? How did you overcome that? So people out here could get some motivational, tips.
You just don't know how you're gonna feel until you're in a situation.
Yeah, but also too, honestly, for our dynamic at least, like we've been together for so long, and like I trust him so much, and he tells me all the time how much he loves me, and it's more than just like a physical connection. So I
Yeah,
know that he's not going to just leave me for some other chick that we hook up with, because like he needs more than just that physical connection.
We're like best friends, you
definitely.
know, like we're
It's
each
like
other's
after we've been
co-pilots.
together that long, we ain't going nowhere. We might want to feel like it sometime, but we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
She was fanning me off while I was having sex with another woman, like because I was overheating. So she was like fanning me off.
I know.
That's how much love she has for me.
And I'm his
Oh,
wingman. I'm always telling girls like, here, go ahead, suck his cock. Like, so
that's
it
great.
was,
That's great. You have a lot of compassion. I mean, compersion because I'm that type of person as well. Like I'm really willing. We have more play with single males, like doing the threesome, the male, female, male thing. I'm not bi, but I'm a bull, I'm a stag, so I like to share her a lot, and we do a lot of play with her, and I just love seeing her share. I just love her seeing her happy, being in a
Yeah,
safe, vulnerable moment, not worrying, and knowing she could do what she want to do erotically and not be judged, and I could accept
that's a
her for
big
who
part of
she
it.
are.
Is
that's
not
Yeah,
feeling
that
that
is a
shame.
big part of it.
Yeah, I mean that for me it was just like, it just clicked all of a sudden where I'm like, we're all having fun. We're all having a good time. I know it's, just physical. And so like the first time I was like, okay, yeah, like I want to see this. And I was just like, oh, like I really like that. Like I like making people happy, and especially my husband. Like it's good to see. So we started off with like no kissing, just soft swap. And then we ended up finding a couple that were local that we really vibed with. So we started playing with them on a regular basis. And we went from no kissing to, okay, we'll start trying to see how the kissing is. And then like from there, it was like, all right, full swap. And then
Yeah.
like we met another couple and we just immediately jumped into full swap with them. So it just really depends on the people's vibe, I guess.
Mhm.
We always
Correct.
like to meet up for like dinner or drinks and see how we connect and vibe before we just kind of jump in and play most of the time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely, because it breaks the ice and it makes you see if you got some type of interest or, sometimes it
Yeah.
just you can see where people lives is based at.
Yes.
You can be like, check it, it's a little kind of a background check. quick quick one, but
Yeah.
it gives enough detail
It was
to know
weird
if
to
you
go
in the
back to
safe zone
dating
or not.
after so long of like not dating.
What was
And
that again?
that
Well, like when we go and meet with someone, it's basically like we're going on a date with someone and it was so long
Yeah,
of not dating. We're like, oh, like how do we do this? Like how do we talk to people?
and you get that kind of like that rush, like
yeah,
uh, what they're gonna be like, are we gonna vibe? Like it's it kind of makes everything feel new again because but like you're each other's wingman. She's like making sure I'm looking all nice and stuff. I'll make sure she's looking all nice, you know.
and that is good. See, that's a big key. How you guys say y'all are supportive of each other. That is very beautiful, and you guys keep that up because that's a big key in the lifestyle that people should understand that they should be supportive of each other during this journey because it's all about the love of each other. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
and what expressing that love to a nature and a dynamic that is, I'm trying to put it in the right way. That is not, it's not really acceptable, but it's put in a dynamic that's like it can't be explained because it's kind of like unlimited. It's
yeah,
like an infinite. It's a when you get to this level, you kind of feel infinite with your love.
yeah,
It,
Yeah.
it's like it's like
Twin flames.
yeah, it's like where is the limit? You know what I'm saying? Like if we could do this together, we could do anything together type deal.
exactly,
Yeah, because
exactly.
it's hard for people to even tell someone that they're attracted to someone in a regular relationship.
Yeah.
To say, babe, I like that person. Look at that person over there. I think he handsome. Or we say, babe, we think that girl is, she got a nice little bump. We like her. It's hard for people because when you say that, automatically people get protective, and like you say, they think people gonna leave. And with you guys being together so long, y'all have security to know each other won't leave, but it's bigger than being together so long because I witness a lot of long-term relationships in monogamy that don't have that security. I'm raised around nothing but long term. But you guys know that because you reassure each other, and you guys know, like in your soul that you guys are for each other, and that's what makes it strong. I could tell by the way
Exactly.
that your story is, and how you went back and chased her love after she got missing from you. That is something that is strong.
It is. Yeah. I love our love.
Yeah, I do too. I love and I congratulate you guys for your love, and I'm very
Thank you.
grateful to interview you so you could tell the world about this because
Thank
that's
you.
the whole point about it. It's about showing people different dynamics and showing people different ways on how this thing works. And because people, like you said, before you get in the lifestyle, you think it's the media still shows us everything. And whatever
Yeah.
the media shows us, we tend to believe, but we're not there in the midst
Mhm.
of a lot of things. So they show like all this, the swinger. I be swinging the swinger movies. I done seen a couple of swinger movies. I was like, yo, this is not what the
Right.
fuck.
Yeah,
Excuse my
Yeah.
language, but I was like, what the fuck is this, man? This is so dramatic. Like this is not really how it goes. I've been in this is quite a long time.
yeah, yeah.
And they'll
Romantics.
think that everybody
Right.
is like STD infested, and it's like, yo, we're probably like the most safe and cautious people when it
Yes.
comes to playing because we're taking it back to our household.
Yeah.
So of course we're going to be self-aware and more, more aware of what we do and how we interact with people. And I told another person, who was vanilla, I tell my boys, I'm like, yo, this is the biggest consent community you wouldn't believe. Like, don't think because people wives are freaky that you could just walk up and just touch on them and just be.
Oh, no, no, no.
Because I said these dudes are flatline your ass, dude.
Yeah.
This is still their wives. you
I,
know?
I love the communication and the lifestyle. I
Yeah.
mean, before we considered swinging, we had thought maybe about just, doing a threesome or having a girl come in and, kind of explore that dynamic. But when you're thinking about that, you don't think about all of the boundaries and how the other person's going to feel, and you don't really talk about it.
Right.
Sometimes you may just go to the bar and pick up someone and it's like, okay, like
Yeah.
let's go have fun. And then feelings get hurt and like you're not communicating. So the nice thing about swinging is that communication, because we're always talking to the other person, like, okay, like what's your boundaries? Okay, these are our boundaries. Like, how do you want to handle that situation? Or if you're not comfortable at all, speak up. Like,
It's so honest, like
yeah,
you're
Yeah.
telling like complete strangers almost like what your play style is, like what you're into, like I don't think of monogamy, you don't really get that, do you?
No,
Right.
yeah,
Not at all. When I was monogamous, I wasn't telling my friends nothing. Nobody really nothing. I kind of like was really, really standoffish with how I felt anything sexually around anyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so
Yeah,
much shame around sex, and it's really sad. Like, we need to break that stigma. Like, it's okay to talk about it.
especially being together. It's
Yeah.
like if you want to be together forever, shouldn't you know your partner desires?
Yeah.
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 Or should know what they want out of life? That's probably why divorce rate. I'm not the divorce guru, but I know this is why communication, not hiding anything leaves void
Yeah.
in fulfillment. In the act of fulfillment. Like if you want to fulfill something and you're not expressing what you want to fulfill, then you're
Yeah.
gonna be void in that area forever.
Yeah.
You're not you.
Yeah.
And that's what the
You're
lifestyle is
not
all about.
you. You're not
It's
you. And then
yeah.
that gives your partner an opportunity to see, like, is we really compatible? Do we really want the same things in life? And then that could
True.
leave everybody in a space where they could find what makes them complete. Because force, it's too much forced love. I'm sorry if I'm getting like too deep with it, but
No, I like deep stuff. Yeah.
yeah, I just feel like love is too forced and controlling, and it's like it's like a place for security for what people are missing within themselves instead of just being secure with wanting to be with somebody like this is our journey. Let's take over something. Let's live life. You
Yeah.
know? Instead it's like, oh, I just need you here because I want to feel safe in this zone.
Yeah.
So you can't look at this person. You can't have friends that's of an opposite sex. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's like, wow.
It's
Am I in
almost like
a damn
treating somebody like
relationship or
property.
am I at home with my parents?
Yeah.
you know?
Like,
That's no fun for no one, male or
yeah.
female. You know?
Like I don't feel like I own her, and I don't feel like she owns me. We're best friends. We're co-pilots. Not, you know,
Right.
you have to do this, you have to do that. Like I like to give her like freedom and autonomy.
Right. So you
Otherwise,
guys
that's
can
not
work
love.
together as
To me, to me,
unity.
that's not love. That because love should be unconditional, and your
Mm,
partner should not feel ashamed to come to you if they want something sexually or just want something emotionally.
right. Right. Like if they can't run to you, who are they gonna run to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to be their covenant while they're here for each other. Y'all supposed to be the covenant for each other.
yeah,
And it's really, a lot of people really hide sexual desires and a lot of people really want to express their sexuality. I see it a lot. And it's just I hope that people can find either in a lifestyle or not, just find a comfortable space that where they could open up with each other, and express this. Because even if they don't jump into our lifestyles, at least we could give them an example on how they could be more expressive and open with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be more
And honestly,
acceptable.
like the lifestyle has given me so much more confidence because I mean, I've been a mom and I've been a wife and, like
Yeah.
he can say that I'm pretty or beautiful, but until like, people in person at Secrets or at another club or online, they're like, oh my gosh, like you're so pretty. Like it really
Mm-hmm.
boosted my confidence because, like I'm overweight, like I'm a big girl. And for me, I'm like, oh, I look horrible, but like that not only has helped me with my confidence, but it also has, I feel like, given me more freedom in the bedroom to like be able to more express myself of like
Right.
what like I really want, or like we'll see other people doing things and we're like, "Ooh, like that's really cool. Like we never thought about that. Like, let's try that."
Right.
So like we've always had a great sex life, but it has just like gone skyrocketed since the lifestyle too, because
Yeah.
it's all about learning new things and then being able to reconnect with each other after our experiences is huge. Like that's something that we always make sure to find time after we are with other people to come back to each other and just spend time with each other.
And it's fun. It's like reliving like a porno,
Yeah.
like uh it's like, man, that couple's like
Did
as
that
like
really
as you're
happen?
like as you're getting it on, like we're really reliving the highlights. Like I was looking over and you were looking over. Did you see that? Did you see that? That was awesome. Oh, like uh
Yeah.
you
And it do
um
feel good after a while, like being in a relationship to know that others are attracted to you. It does,
yeah,
it does give you that confidence still in your relationship. Like, oh, they're not just telling me I look good because they just
yeah.
with, what I'm saying? Like other people think I look good, so I guess she's right. you know, you know? Like she's
Really?
not just
Yeah.
trying to make me feel good tonight.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
the
it
community as a
definitely
whole,
helps.
like we follow a lot of people like on Instagram with our influencer account, and it's really good to see just the community come together for each other. Like
But
I know that I listened to one video where someone was being like fat shamed and the community stood up and like, that's not okay to say to somebody, like,
no,
treat them as
no.
people, like treat them
Not at
better.
all. Because we
Yeah.
have body shapes and body types of all, it's everybody's accepted here. You pick your own flavor. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Everything ain't for everybody, but we're not shaming nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be surprised if they go to like places like in Lutz where there's older people.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing hot bods. you know,
No, but
so and there's swingers and playing and stuff too. So you can't.
yeah.
No, you're right. Like we stand up for that because it's about being yourself and being accepted for who you are, man. You can't
Yeah.
tell nobody like, oh yeah, you gotta just look hot to play with people. Like, no, that's probably your preference, but that don't mean you have to shame. Let them people have fun. We can still be in the same vicinity and not play. Or we can
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
play it. Man, there's times I played plenty of times with people that I didn't find the most physically attractive, but physically, but mentally, they was attractive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a great damn time. you know,
Right?
what I'm saying?
We've been there
That's
too.
this much time. Didn't think nothing of it. Didn't jump out and got done playing. Was like, oh man, they wasn't that attractive. Never recollected like that in that sense of nothing. I just was like, yo, that was an awesome experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's like sometimes me and my wife most fun experience was when we didn't think about how somebody looked.
Yeah.
And we just vibed out with somebody, went with the flow, and it just popped off.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
sex is to me is like an expression, everybody expresses themselves in a certain way. So like everybody's kind of a unique painting, a
Yep.
unique sexy painting.
Yeah. Yeah. That we all come together and make
Yeah.
like a big old collage. One bed for all under one nation, under
Yeah.
God, indivisible, with unity and justice.
One love.
Yeah. Uh,
Well, it was great talking to you guys. Before I leave, I want to ask you guys one more question.
Okay.
When you hear Florida Lifestyler, what comes to your mind? What things?
Florida lifestyler, like tropical drinks, naked at the beach, a pool,
Upside down pineapple.
good times, like good food, smiles, orgasms, smiles and orgasms. That's a T-shirt.
That's awesome. And you guys say you have an influencer account, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, where can they find you?
It's a juicy underscore pineapple 69.
You hear that, guys? Juicy underscore pineapple 69. Pineapple 69 is together.
Yeah.
Right. And you guys make sure you're following them there. I'm gonna put the link. The link is in the description for the book and where you can find them on Instagram and any other links that they provide that you can find them at. Make sure you connect with this cool couple. They're very vibrant and they have a long lasting relationship, which could teach you guys more than just lifestyle understanding. It could teach you deeply on how to stay together and last in the different dynamics within years of being together because you grow and you change and your personalities change. And it shows how to navigate through these changes and grow with each other and how to work through those bumps. Because even if you meet as adults, like Dave have met as me and my wife as children, but even if you meet as adults, you get older, you're going to change. So
Yep.
as you change, this is a great couple to reach out to get that advice from. Like I highly recommend you reach out to someone like this if you guys want to just have relationship experience advice in general. So definitely, guys, because I've been in that long relationship, so I understand. Definitely.
Yeah.
And congratulations to your love.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Congratulations to your love as
Yes.
well.
Thank you. And I'll be sure to
Or
tell my wife as well. Yeah, she is knocked out. She works overnight as a nurse assistant, and she stays up during the day. And the kids they got out of school early today, so it's a family thing. She is
Yeah.
crashed. She touched the bed, and I didn't see her. Like I can't talk. She turned to a zombie. God bless her. She's so beautiful, though. God bless her.
She is.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you guys seen her.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah,
saw your secrets podcast.
yeah, she's very beautiful, real chill. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll be sure to reach out and make sure you guys contact them at the bottom. Again, we out. Christina and TJ. Thank you guys. Peace.
Thank
See
you,
ya.
Florida Lifestylers.
Thank you. God bless y'all.
Bye.